This is the Fox 5 News Block.
The Vatican has announced the start date for the conclave to elect Pope Francis's successor. It'll be on May the 7th. The start has been delayed 2 days so the cardinals can get to know one another and better find some common consensus. And Spain, Portugal, and parts of France enduring a severe blackout. The cause is yet to be determined while crews work hard to bring back power. And good afternoon, I'm Teresa Priolo. Welcome to the News Block. Those stories in just a minute. We're going to take a live look outside right now. And boy, what an absolutely spectacular day we have had. This is the way to start off a week. Audrey Puente here now with a look at the forecast. Hey, Audrey.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day, a beautiful way to start the week. As you mentioned, Teresa, we have plenty of sunshine outside. We see bright blue skies and temperatures are very mild. We're looking at readings in the 70s across most of the tri-state area, including out in the east end of Long Island, where East Hampton is at 71 degrees. We're at 69 in Bridgeport, at 72 for you in White Plains. Off to the north, we have 73 in Poughkeepsie and 69 over in Monticello. Now, these numbers definitely milder than they were at this time yesterday. We had a chill down for our Sunday, but today we are back to warm weather across the region. Winds are nice and light, too. It's not very blustery outside, and the wind should stay light for the rest of the afternoon. The humidity very low. We have very dry conditions out there, so that is making for a more comfortable feel across the region. Not much is happening on the radar, of course. We have plenty of clear skies. No rainfall is expected across the region today, and we are anticipating a very mild day with temperatures in the 70s for the most part. In fact, tonight we'll have a very nice evening. We're only at 65 degrees at about 10 p.m., 61 or just after midnight, and we'll start off tomorrow in the 50s, and it will be even warmer tomorrow. The details coming up. Teresa?
All right, Audrey, thank you. The Vatican announcing the historic and secretive process to elect Pope Francis's successor will begin on May 7th. Now the College of Cardinals has just over a week until that official voting begins. The Cardinals are set to meet informally again tomorrow. Let's bring in Fox 5 Antoine Lewis. He joins us now with a breakdown of the plan to elect a new pope. Hey, Antoine.
Hey there, Teresa. Good afternoon, everyone else. Now, these informal meetings will allow the Cardinals to congregate without pressure, as well as to find out if there's a consensus on a candidate ahead of the conclave, which is set to begin a week from Wednesday. Now, the AP is reporting that the Cardinals wanted to speak in more informal sessions that will include Cardinals over the age of 80 who will not be allowed inside the Sistine Chapel once the conclave begins on May the 7th. Now, this is because only Cardinals that are allowed to vote for the next pontiff are those under age 80. Now, these informal meetings will allow the Cardinals to get to know one another again and allow for a consensus to be formed possibly on possible candidates. It's a secret, sequestered process where speculation is always at the forefront, even amongst the Cardinals themselves.
Where he comes from, to me, is not very important. But of course, it would be a great honor, I think, for Africa to receive. Even if we get a good number of votes for a person from Africa, it would be a good sign. But that's where the church is quite vigorous and growing all the time.
Right now, there are 252 Cardinals in the College of Cardinals. Now, of that number, 135 are eligible to cast a vote once the papal conclave begins next Wednesday, May the 7th. That's the latest from the newsroom. T, we'll send things back upstairs to you.
We shall see, Antoine. All right, thank you so much. And stay up to date on the upcoming conclave. All you have to do is download the Fox Local app, and that's right on your phone. Following breaking news right now, the arrest in the deadly shooting of a grandmother in Harlem. Police have arrested and charged 23-year-old Ricky Shelby of the Bronx with second-degree murder and attempted murder. He was taken out of the 28th precinct in Harlem a short time ago. Another man was arrested in connection with the shooting last week, which killed Xenia Mete, who was caught in the gun crossfire on April the 22nd. That happened at the corner of West 113th Street and Lenox Avenue. An overnight fire forced people out of their homes in Fort Hamilton, Brooklyn. The call came in around 2 a.m. for a fire on the first floor of a building on 13th Avenue. That's near 39th Street. The fire quickly went to 3 alarms. The FDNY brought things under control by 4 a.m. Nobody was injured. Cause here remaining under investigation. A court appearance today for the man accused of performing a botched cosmetic surgery procedure on a woman inside his Queens home. The suspect's name is Felipe Hoyos Ferranda. Prosecutors say he posed as a doctor inside of his Astoria home. He was previously arraigned on charges that included performing a medical procedure without a license, as well as assault. Now, a second-degree manslaughter charge has been added after one of his patients died after attempting to have butt implants removed. Hoyos Ferranda was arrested at JFK trying to board a plane to Colombia. President Trump will mark 100 days in the White House tomorrow, and this morning, border czar Tom Homan speaking out about the administration's recent efforts involving immigration. Fox's Caroline Shively has more from Washington.
Several major developments in the administration's fight against illegal immigration. The Drug Enforcement Administration says a weekend raid in Colorado found over 100 illegal immigrants at an underground nightclub.
What was happening inside was significant drug trafficking, prostitution, crimes of violence. We seized a number of guns in there.
President Trump's border czar also facing questions Monday about 3 American children who were removed from the U.S. along with their mothers who are illegal immigrants. One of the children is a 4-year-old with stage 4 cancer who was sent to Honduras without medication.
What we did is remove children with their mothers who requested the children depart with them. This was a parental decision, parenting 101.
A Fox poll out Thursday finds that 55% of Americans approve of Trump's performance on border security, while 47% approve of his handling of immigration overall, and 45% are in favor of his deportation of illegal immigrants. Although a number of other polls show his approval ratings on immigration dropping in recent weeks.
The more the American people know, the less they're going to like what Trump does.
At Monday's White House briefing, Homan also addressed the drop in the number of gotaways at the border. Under Biden, he said the daily average was more than 1,800, while on Sunday it was down to 38. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Developing now, Spain's prime minister says a problem in the European grid caused that massive power outage that struck Spain, Portugal, and parts of France today. Pedro Sanchez adds that the cause is still being determined. The blackout stopping subway trains and cutting off cell phone service, shutting down lights, traffic lights, ATMs for the 50 million people who live across the Iberian Peninsula. Spanish power distributor Red Electrica says restoring power to Spain and Portugal could take 6 to 10 hours. The Portuguese National Cybersecurity Center issuing a statement saying there was no sign that this outage was caused by a cyber attack. Murder charges have been filed against a suspect in a weekend car ramming attack that killed 11 people at a Filipino heritage festival in Vancouver, Canada. Hundreds attended vigils Sunday across the city for the victims. Canada's prime minister visited the site on the eve of their federal election. Prosecutors have charged a 30-year-old man with 8 counts of second-degree murder, and they say that more charges are possible. Investigators have ruled out terrorism, and they also say that he has a history of severe mental health issues. And Russia declaring a 72-hour ceasefire in Ukraine to mark World War II's Victory Day. The ceasefire will run from May 8th to 10th. The news coming as the U.S. is pressuring Ukraine and Russia to reach a deal to end this war. Kyiv wants a longer-term and immediate truce. Russia says the truce was ordered on humanitarian grounds. The ceasefire will mark Russia's defeat of Nazi Germany in 1945, Russia's biggest secular holiday. All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
It's on Friday. I'll be on the field. You're gonna be there?
Is that the football guy?
Can you give me a minute? Thanks.
So, do you have any plans on Saturday? I was thinking
Hey, is that the guy?
Dad.
Yeah, it's the guy.
Oh, I found Mr. Squishy.
Louder.
Here, there, everywhere. Reliable internet where you need it most. Prices start at $30 per month when bundled. Go to spectrum.com to learn more.
All right, welcome back. NJ Transit celebrating the completion of a new train station in Lyndhurst today. The new station, located just east of the current one, is fully ADA accessible. It provides high-level platforms and new elevators, stairs, and canopies. It's safer, and it provides an enhanced travel experience for all customers.
Projects like this don't happen by accident. They happen because people work together, collaborate over multiple years to make sure the planning, the development, and finally the construction of the train station comes together in a way that the community wants.
Service at this new station will begin on June the 8th. The MTA board meeting this morning to share new subway safety numbers. The agency reporting that overall crime is down on the LIRR and Metro North. The rail lines have seen an increase in train patrols by police officers, and more officers are stationed at select locations where crime has become a problem. More than 500 summons were issued in March, mostly for fare evasion. The subway system also has seen an increase in scout teams that have been deployed to assist homeless New Yorkers. The Trump administration signaling it's getting serious about enforcing that real ID requirement beginning May 7th. But the deadline hasn't stopped some states from pushing back. So in Kentucky, 28 Republican state senators sent a letter to DHS Secretary Kristi Noem asking for a deadline extension. In Maine, a bipartisan group of lawmakers proposed a bill to opt out of the Real ID program, citing privacy concerns. And in New Jersey, the state has launched a Real ID emergency program for travelers with life or death emergencies or for those who have urgent travel plans within the next 2 weeks. It's not your average thumb war. It's Germany's 64th annual finger wrestling championship. About 180 competitors facing off to find the person with the strongest well-trained finger. In each round, 2 people hook one finger through a small leather hoop and they pull until one loses their grip. Organizers and participants say dislocated and bloody fingers, they're pretty common during this spectacular event. Finger wrestling is popular in parts of Germany and Austria. Apparently, it was said to have originated as a way to settle disputes, although I think there has to be a better way, at least in 2025. All right, let's take a live look outside now. An absolutely gorgeous day on tap. Let's bring in meteorologist Audrey Puente for a look at our forecast. I just hope this is the way it stays.
Yes, it's much more peaceful and less painful than that story we just saw,
Yes.
for sure. We're seeing plenty of sunshine outside, nothing but clear skies being found not only for the tri-state area, but for the entire Northeast. We're all under the influence of high pressure, which is bringing us this beautiful start to the week here. It's also keeping things relatively quiet up and down the eastern seaboard. No major systems are really moving through the country, with the exception of this one. This one is actually going to be producing some strong to severe thunderstorms across places like Minnesota, over towards Wisconsin, and over in Illinois as well. That'll be working its way eastward and give us a chance of showers late tomorrow night, but the severe weather will have subsided by then. In the meantime, today we have dry conditions and sunny ones too. That sunshine is going to help warm us up into the middle to upper 70s across the region, and then tonight very comfortable. We'll be in the 60s by 9-10 o'clock, and then overnight lows will be mostly in the mid 50s, some 40s off to the north and west. It'll be comfortably cool by tomorrow morning, and then we're even warmer. We're going with a high of 83 degrees for Tuesday. We'll have increasing clouds, some showers late in the evening. Those will taper off, and it will be another nice day for Wednesday. Thursday looks good until the evening. That will be our next chance of rain. Teresa?
All right, Audrey, thank you. And that does it for your news block. I'm Teresa Priolo. Thanks for joining us. Tune into the 5 o'clock news on Fox 5 and right here on the Fox Local app for all of the day's news as it develops. We'll see you back here tomorrow.